Okay, so my name is William. Okay. Sorry. Today's video is called "What Does the Bible Say About Caves?" Yes, I'm talking about caves. Now, it is true that caves have stalactites and stalagmites. Okay, the stalactites are on the top, stalagmites are on the bottom. Okay. Now, I know these evolutionists, they believe that stalactites and stalagmites take millions of years to form, but that's not true at all. They only take decades to form. And why do they believe that? Because, well, that's how long they take to form. Okay? And it doesn't take that long for them to form. It only takes just a few decades to form, you know? And they do get bigger. What causes the stalactites is just water. And you can visit a cave. Caves are great to visit. Caves are a great place to visit, as long as you bring a searchlight, you know, so you don't have to worry about, so that you don't have to worry about, so that way you can watch out for holes inside the cave. Because why? Well, because it's pretty dark inside the cave. That's why. And there might be another accident. And there might be another accident inside the cave. So now I'm not sure what's the closest cave to where I live, but I can Google it. The closest the closest cave to the closest cave near me. Okay, the Radiant Canyon, the Bronson Canyon caves, the Crystal Cave. I think that the Crystal Cave is the closest. The Cave of Munnets. It's on the Harwan Freeway. So there's a lot. There's a few caves. I think Crystal Cave is the closest cave. But there's other caves you can visit too. And there's some mountains that have caves as well. So you can visit a cave, you know, and you can visit these stalagmites and stalactites that take only decades to form, not millions of years. Okay, I don't like these evolutionists telling us these things take millions of years to form, and even though they only take decades to form. So what about cave formation? So let's read about it, okay? And why do I? So I can tell you, so I can show you why I believe that caves can only take decades to form and not millions of years. Okay, to the world's Pawtucket Caves is Mammoth Caves in central Kentucky, Carlsbad Caves in southeastern New Mexico. Find out how they formed. You can also this is also available in Espanol, which is yeah, I know, you know Spanish in Spanish. Okay, yeah, underground worlds. This is a mystery caves. Okay, labyrinths, passageways, and streams, homes, usual caves, usual creatures. Situations. Two of the world's particular caves are Mammoth Caves in central Kentucky, Carlsbad Caves in southeastern New Mexico. Mammoth Signal Passage as well. Carlsbad was known for large roosting colonies. But these caves provide good examples of the caves around the world. Limestone caves. Formation. This is a pure state. Water is acid-free, however. As rainwater falls to the atmosphere, as it passes through the decaying the organic matter of the soil, it picks up carbon dioxide, which is CO2, making the water acidic. As the water, carbonic acid is mixed away ground through cracks and features Earth's surface. When the condensate it makes up most of the limestone, making put into a solution, and it's received from the underground streams. As in these streams, a limestone dissolved and removed, large openings are surface are left, thus creating caves. Addition of carbonic acid, evidence that hydrogen sulfate from oil deposits of a whole range of microbes combines with oxygen underground with water table producing sulfuric acid. This strong acid causes very aggressive dissolution passageways at the level of the water table around cracks, fractures of the fruit of the limestone, stalagmites and stalactites. Yeah, stalagmites are on the bottom and stalactites are at the top. Those are the differences, okay? Caves have vary in size, the shape and content. They all include spectacular formation. The two most well-known speleothems are stalactites and stalagmites. But many confuse the two. One, remember that caves' ceiling is that they hang tight to the ceiling. Stalactites. Stalagmites, on the other hand, might rise from the floor, and these are underground worlds.
Okay, William?
Yes, Mom.
Oh, okay.
These formations are a mixture water and condensate enters a cave. The solution is a reaction of where CO2 bubbles away, and the condensate deposit of in formations called speleothems. Stalagmites result from the condensate collecting on the floor directly below the stalactite, which forms by calcite collecting from the ceiling. If two join together, they become known as a column. Other speleothems include flowstones, draperies, soda straws, and helictites. Dates. Now here's the evolutionary explanation, which is wrong. Okay, and false, because evolution is false. Okay, evolution sends people to hell. Okay, if you try to teach your children evolution, all you're doing is sending them to hell, and that's why I believe it's child abuse to teach kids evolution, because it's sending them to, because they're just teaching them to go to hell. That's why. if you teach them the Bible, if you teach them how to get saved and go to heaven, you know, and then teach them young earth creationism, then that's the way to teach them what the Bible says, so they can go to heaven when they die. So according to evolutionary geologists, beginning about 300 million years ago, marine animals living in shallow salt seas died in the sink sea for over tens of millions of years. There's really showed up hundreds of feet of the limestone. After millions of years, the burial sediment of obliteration of Carlsbad caverns begins to form, taking millions of years of water eroding limestone. Secret geologists obtain these ancient dates for radiometric dating techniques. Yeah, well, the radiometric dating is wrong. They're putting interpretation on them. The range of calculated dates of actually varies quite a lot. These geologists assume that the rate of the cave formation observed. But today is the same way of the caves usually form. The same effect of the acid water limestone. Some process geologists reason. Large caves have required millions of years to form, which is false anyway. Here's the biblical explanation. The most major limestone layers show evidence that they were laid down by large amounts of water, and they contain large numbers of constructively buried fossils. It is probable they formed during the global flood of Noah's day. So yeah, caves proved the global flood of Noah's day. Yeah. When the large, rich, volcanic waters gushed from springs on the ocean floors, the limestone layers were buried rapidly by the other layers of sediment, trapping the considerable amounts of water within the limestone layer. Naturally, these layers have begun hardened over time. However, the water, each layer processes that kept the limestone viable, and after the effects of the flood, great tectonic activity would have uplifted the limestone layers, going close to the surface. Bent and twisted layers of rock are seen today, justifying these movements. These movements only created fractures, partially hardened layers of limestone. But the extreme pressure was forced out to be trapped water within layers. The water then began to flow along the horizontal and vertical channels, which also have been produced by the Earth's tectonic activity. It is likely the tectonic activity of the Earth also released hydrogen sulfide, combining with the groundwater to create sulfuric acid, could have swiftly eaten the tremendous amount of limestone. In addition, the floodwaters receded completely from the Earth's surface. The groundwater would have taken time to reach a balanced level. The water beneath the surface would have been tainted with the acid form. The amount of the decaying organic matter above after it steamed through the few layers of soil. With a few extreme amounts of acidic water, the caves would have been carved out in a short time. Okay. Speleothems, such as stalagmites and stalactites, also have been to form rapidly under the right conditions. It's observed that caves have their formations found in tropical rainforests form much more rapidly due to increased rainfall. Caves and their formations did not need millions of years to form. They could form rapidly during the closing stages of and after the worldwide flood of Noah's day, with the incredible amounts of water from the flood. The increased carbon levels from all the decaying matter will lead to tectonic activity. The global flood described in Genesis 78 produced the right conditions for caves to form very quickly. That's what I try to tell you, okay? Caves only, stalagmites and stalactites can only take decades to form. Not millions of years. That's why I believe that evolution is false and the Bible is true. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get saved. The point of evolution is to damn souls to hell. When you go to heaven's believe all origins, Christ's salvation is by faith alone, grace alone. Once you lose your salvation, is the truth. By meaning you can't lose your salvation, says ever. And also an easy believers are meaning that salvation is easy. All you do is just believe on Jesus Christ for salvation. And okay. It's very easy to get saved. Now, I'll talk about the next video is what does the Bible say about the Big Bang Theory? And I'll talk about that next video. Okay, because I go right now. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.